Like, because I run through the whole presentation and everything. I just noticed that only two things it's a plastic chemical and something is about textile. So is this beneficial for the engineering companies, particularly fabrications?
Yeah, of course. You also read in that one, there are two of them proposals under consideration with the ministry for light fabrication centers of excellence. Correct. With IIT Delhi. So if you could be joining, once that is set up, it is not for any company. Correct. See, for one company, the government can't create a scheme. True. It has to come through a cluster or an association. So even what you have spoken about the light engineering manufacturing is a part of the entire development. The best way is to possibly, you are a FICCI person, local over here. If you contact them, they will let you know, because your requirement should be known to them. What do you want? Because you can't develop a mission in this entire program. It will be a full-fledged program for a technology development only, of a type of plastic machinery, textile machinery, machine tools, automation, all this are part of that. You will 100% get benefited.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And also, it would be useful to have other stakeholders, other industry people along with your company. So it could be a consortium approach, which can, because we are looking at technologies which need to be developed for the beneficial for industry in general, and not maybe for one unit or 2 units. So maybe a consortium approach around your cluster, or maybe somewhere else you can look for some more industrial unit who would benefit from this, and as a consortium you can approach. Last question. Okay, no, I think the only question which perhaps was not answered, Mr. Nandkumar's question. So maybe perhaps it could be considered by DHI. That was, if anything to be acquired outside.
As a what you mentioned was, Nandakumar's question is about many a times a technology acquisition may be insufficient because it has to be a continuous development needed. It may be acquiring a small technology company outside India. Then who will acquire and how will you do that? Nandakumar, what I understand right now is that there is no one-word answer for it. It may need a dialogue with maybe Joint Secretary and maybe the team. And that will be a new avenue to be opened up and included in the part, and how it can be done and all that has to be thought through. But your idea is right. I agree with you on that. I mean, since we are not taken through the system. We have bought companies only for technology in Europe, and it's a continuous development they do over there. I agree with you. Yeah.
Sir, can I ask one single question? Yes. Can I, sir?
Yeah,
please allow me.
Yeah, please. Go ahead.
It's related to MDA grant. Maybe some scheme.
Which grant?
EPC is running some MDA grant or something.
That's the export promotion thing.
Correct. So kind of this is also good one, because see, my company maybe last 2-3 program they have attended in Germany, because we also participate in German companies, German exhibitions like Frankfurt. In ACHEMA also we are recently participating. So kind of there is there, then I maybe you percolated from the PQ or whatever, so at least we can get it updated very often. And we also get it benefits. So we can showcase our product to international markets.
That's a Department of Commerce grant.
You see, the MDA scheme is actually of the Department of Commerce, but EPC, etc., they are working on behalf of the Department of Commerce to execute some of these schemes, and the money is placed with them, and they further place it. They further subsidize depending on the scheme. They subsidize participants.
Your exhibitions and all, if you're participating in the global fair,
there's also
they get
a scheme
subsidized
by the Ministry of MSME, by the Ministry of MSME, which you need to have a look at. But there also the MDA has been placed with MSME, so you can have a look at that. I think it should be available on their website.
Yeah. Right, sir. Mr. Chavre, you wanted to say something? Yeah, mic, please. There.
Kumar has mentioned a very good route for technology acquisition. The notification covers that.
Okay.
What notification doesn't say is that once you have acquired a company in India or abroad, it is up to you what you do with that company. That doesn't specify, but otherwise it is covered.
So perhaps that answers this question. Yeah, right. You want to say something?
The last one. Just for the example, for your information, 5 years ago, we acquired a company in Italy just for the technology, and then we closed it down and we imported the technology. That is one way to do it.
No, that was another suggestion, that I acquire first and then get the reimbursement. Yeah. Sir.
Need to be, because what happens is some of the best universities in India still do not look for those technologies because they are very, very narrow.
Okay.
That's why this question came
Right,
up.
sir.
Thank
Right,
you.
sir. Thank you. Understand. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. I would like to once again thanks the supporting associations, the Engineering Export Promotion Council, Textile Machinery Manufacturer Association, Indian Textile Accessories Machinery Manufacturer Association, IMTMA, PPMAI, Process Plant Machinery Manufacturer Association, Plastic Manufacturer Association, and FSSI Vadodara. Also, thanks to the Joint Secretary, Mr. Sahai, for sparing his time and interacting with the industry, and also to his team, Mr. Chavre, Mr. Goswami, Mr. Lakra, and thanks also to my co-chair, Mr. Uni Krishnan, for being here. We'll have more such road shows in other parts of the country, perhaps next maybe the Maharashtra. So we would request you and invite you for those road shows also. Please do join us for those road shows. And in the meantime, please have a look at the USB pen drive which has been given to you. It contains all the information regarding the scheme and also a lot more information on the capital goods sector provided by the Department of Heavy Industry. There are application forms for the scheme in that USB drive. Please do apply for, in case you want to apply for those components of the scheme. You can send it to FICCI or to the respective associations or to DHI directly. We'll be happy to support you in that. Thank you once again.
I would like to
Sir.
finally, before we wrap up, I would finally like to thank all the associations who made it convenient here. To be here, I would like to thank the academic institutions who've made the effort in this sweltering heat to actually make it here. FICCI has been a very, very willing and accommodating partner. They have put up with our system, which has its inbuilt issues, and they have organized this magnificently. I would like to compliment the local FICCI unit also, Paresh and company, who've been very, very helpful. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you very much.